Welcome to Local Point, your life, your stories, with your host, Chris Piner.
Welcome to Local Point. I'm your host, Chris Piner, and joining me today in the VTV6 studio is Kim Hales with the Basin Arts Council, and we're here today to talk about this year's Red Mud Run. Right? I always have to slow down when I say that.
Me too.
The Red Mud Run.
Yes.
And this has been going now for 4 years?
This is our fourth year.
This will be the fourth year.
Yes, sir. We're very excited.
For those who aren't familiar with the event, just give me a quick overview of what it is.
Okay, so the Red Mud Run is a family-friendly muddy obstacle course event. It's close to a 5K. A little bit.
But with mud involved.
But mud, lots and lots of mud, and hay bales, and horse troughs, and tires, and all kinds of things to crawl over, under, and on. Is
this like accomplish it, complete it, go through the obstacle course?
Yeah, it's all for bragging rights.
Or is it timed, or is it maybe a little bit of all of that?
So we started out the first year saying we would just like an event that we could bring our community together that was different than whatever maybe everyone else was doing. We have a lot of 5Ks, we have a lot of other things going on to celebrate Independence Day. What could Roosevelt offer to the community as a whole that would be a little different? And so as we started brainstorming, we said, well, let's do this. But we didn't want something that was ultra competitive like some of these that have fire and crazy things. So we decided that we would do a family-friendly obstacle course, and we would add the mud and the dirt, and of course, since we are the red mud capital of the basin, that's where the red mud
came from.
Yeah.
So all of the mud is local.
Yes,
right? You can dig and play in the mud.
Yep,
and is there also a 5K attached to this in some way?
No, the run itself is about 3.1 miles, which would be the equivalent of a 5K. So we've set the course up. Most of the competitive muddy obstacle type of runs are a traditional 5K, so we set it up like that. And the first year we just did it for fun, and we've gotten more organized every year and added more obstacles every year. We're really proud of our military crawl. The first year I was in charge of the military crawl, and it was a failure. It fell over on our runners as they were trying to climb under it, and so then it was more of the military entanglement rather than the military crawl. So we solicit local businesses to host each one of the obstacles, and so we have several of our CrossFit organizations that have, and one of the CrossFit organizations in Roosevelt helped us set up the original military crawl for the second year, and it includes barbed wire. And it's very serious.
And this, as you say, is not extreme in any way.
That's probably the most extreme. Well,
that part is.
Yeah, there's a few. So, and the nice thing.
I want to hear more about this one with fire that you mentioned.
There's no fire.
Not in this one, but somewhere there is.
We have some runners that have requested a more competitive course over the last few years, because they do competitive races, and it is fun. They bring their families. We have a lot of families now coming from out of the area to participate. So we want to accommodate everyone. Northeastern Counseling does a mud bath after the event for children under the age of 7. They get to get in and get muddy. And they have little balls that they have to find, and they can turn it in for prizes, and Northeastern Counseling does all of that.
As you mentioned, this is a family-friendly,
yes,
everyone can get involved,
ages.
And it sounds like all levels.
So we're going to open the course to the real runners early this year. They get to go first, and the rest of us will just stay out of their way.
Are the obstacles throughout the entire run, or are they just they're throughout the whole thing? And is the mud from beginning to end as well, or are there certain places with mud?
It's at Constitution Park in Roosevelt, and if you're familiar with the area, we start out and you run through the park, so you're up and over some culverts and some picnic tables, and then a tire crawl up a hill, and a water slide that L&L Motor does down the hill, and then once you get over where the soccer fields are, there's a whole 2 miles that's all mud obstacles. You go in and out of dumpsters filled with straw. You climb up the big three hay bells, the great big bells, and dive off into a big mud pond, and you have to swim to the other end. There's Yeah, so lots and
Do
lots
you
of
do
mud.
this, Kim? Do you also get in the mud and straw and have fun with the whole
Yes,
thing?
unfortunately, I think you actually even have pictures of me doing it.
I love. Oh, are you the one that's being pushed in? You're not the one being
No,
pushed in.
I'm not the one
footage.
being pushed in. I'm usually the last one to start and the last one to finish, so everyone else is, no one even notices as I across the finish line.
All right, just quickly the details again, and then we're going to take a break, and I want to talk a little bit more about this and some of the other things that you're doing. It is on the 4th of July.
Yes, sir.
In Constitution Park.
Yes.
It is a muddy, fun, family-involved event for anyone who wants to come.
Run with your kids, run in a heat that's for adults only. You can do whatever you want. It's wide open.
The Red Mud Run. All right, we're going to talk more about that in just a moment. After the break, we'll discuss the Basin Arts Council with Kim Hales. Stay tuned.
The Vernal Area Chamber wants to add your business in our network. Create change with various committees. Participate in community events and have a strong business resource behind your company's goals. Learn more at vernalchamber.org.
Welcome back to Local Point. Before the break, we were discussing this year's Red Mud Run, and now we'll be discussing, we'll talk a little bit more about that, and then we'll get into, if there's time, some more of the other events that the Basin Arts Council is up to. But I want to go right back into the details of the Red Mud Run again. Okay. It is on July 4th at
9:30, please come to the park to check in for the race, and I believe it's on our website at rooseveltcity.com. We did change the start times a little bit this year to accommodate the competitive heat. I believe we're starting the competitive heat at 10:30, but people that are interested in doing that should just go to the website to
Now really you want
that.
people to register also in advance? How do they do that?
So we would really appreciate if everyone who registers in advance gets a free t-shirt, and of course, you know, you got to have the free t-shirt.
Of course.
And it's white, and if you run the race correctly, then you stain it with the red mud.
All right.
So you have to have the t-shirt.
If your shirt comes out white, you did not run correctly.
You skipped just a few more obstacles than you should have. That's right. So we register at rooseveltcity.com, and there is a link that will take them. I believe now it says summer activities, but then they can find the Red Mud Run on that link, and they can register a team, their family, or as individuals on that.
And what does it cost?
Oh gosh. I know that there is a discounted rate for teams.
That pause seemed like it was a lot of money, but
no,
really, you're not sure how much
right,
it is.
It's not. I
took
really,
you off guard.
We don't
Check
have
the website, right?
Right. We don't have a budget for the event. We just simply charge to cover the cost. Roosevelt City Parks and Recs maintains the course, and we did have to run water lines and those things. And so everything that we do for the run comes out of the registration fees.
Right.
So we keep it really low, but I can't remember
it costs
what
a lot
it
to
is.
put things like this on. So there is a fee to be involved.
But it's a minimal fee.
A minimal fee. Check the website, and you'll get more information there. They really would like people to register in advance.
Yes, yeah.
Right?
You can register the day of the event. We just can't promise that you will get a t-shirt.
Well, you got it. Like we said, you've got to have the t-shirt. All right. Anything else that people should know about the Red Mud Run? Absolutely.
So after the Mud Run, we'll be having live music. Local bands are invited to contact Mondi Taylor on Facebook to sign up to play. We're going to have a trailer and a sound system, so we can invite local bands who would like a little stage time to come and entertain us throughout the day. And then beginning at 7 p.m., a local band called 80Ts. They will be playing on the main stage as our opening act, and then at 8:15 we do have last year's 5th place winner from America's Got Talent. They're called Lincoln Bridge. We're very excited that they're coming all the way from Louisville, Kentucky to play our main event.
Are they a band?
They are a singing group.
A singing group?
Yes, they are. They're an a cappella singing group, and they are really amazing. If you've ever seen BYU's Vocal Point, or any sort of a cappella
Along those
group.
lines.
Yes, they're
like
beautiful.
a voicemail or that kind of thing, an a cappella group. I love that.
Yeah.
Wonderful. All right. Well, we just have a couple of minutes left.
Okay.
What else is cooking with the Basin Arts Council?
So Basin Arts Council, throughout the summer, we will be hosting Children's Art in the Park for UBIC the first weekend in August. We always invite local daycare providers or child care providers to come and help us host that event. It's a way for them to connect with the children in the community and their parents and be able to network and kind of show what they have to offer. So we invite them to do that. And then we, as always, host a free week-long children's theater camp called Missoula Children's Theater. And that will also be in August, just before school starts. And that is on the Basin Arts Council Facebook page. All of our events are listed on there.
So there's also a Facebook page.
Basin
so there's
Arts
Roosevelt City.
.com.
And then on Facebook it is
Basin Arts Council.
Basin Arts Council. So you
Yes.
should go there and probably follow it or
Yes.
hit a like on the page so you can get some of these updates
You know
regularly.
what we're up to. That's right.
Anything else that's happening?
So later, we're really excited about this year in January. We started, again, we had this grassroots event called Winterfest. And it started out as the local cross-country skiers really wanted access to skiing on the golf course. But the Arts Council got involved and it became big. And now we do, every year, the last weekend in January, we do painting classes and we do cross-country skiing and all these things, again, to encourage the community to get out and come together. And this year, we're very excited because we are bringing in the professional dance group, Repertory Dance Theater, and they will be coming to perform for Winterfest. So we're very excited to host them, and it's not something that Roosevelt's
Now
ever had
that is
before.
down the calendar, right? This is in January.
That's clear in
so
January.
we've got some time. Maybe we'll have you back before then.
Yeah.
Well, you're always up to fun things.
You're
always encouraging the arts and encouraging people to get involved in fun activities and events. Kim, thank you.
Thank you for having
your
me.
efforts. Thanks for being here today. And thank you for watching Local Point. That's all we have for this week's show. Stay tuned for this week's community calendar.
The Vernal Area Chamber wants to add your business in our network. Create change with various committees. Participate in community events and have a strong business resource behind your company's goals. Learn more at vernalchamber.org.
Hey there, my friends, and welcome. Oh, I'm losing my balance. Welcome to this week's Community Calendar, sponsored by the Vernal Area Chamber of Commerce, building commerce one member at a time. Hey, this is interesting stuff. From June 18th to the 24th, it's Lightning Safety Week. Did you know that lightning injures more people on average in the western United States than any other thunderstorm-related event? That includes like flash floods and stuff. So be informed, be safe. Go to lightningsafety.noaa.gov. That's like the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration to learn more. We actually had somebody who got struck by lightning last year on Flaming Gorge. Okay, now on to happier things. The schedule for the weekend. Here we go. Starting with Friday, June 18th for your community calendar, we got Paddle Fest. This is such a great time. It's the best time of the year. This is going to be happening both Friday and Saturday. They're going to have a giant slip and slide. They're going to have free paddleboard rentals, vendors. There's going to be a movie at the lake. And then on Saturday, live music and fireworks, all happening at beautiful Red Fleet. See, this is, in case you didn't know, this is what Paddle Fest is all about. You get on this little paddleboard, you got yourself a little oar, and then you cruise around. There's gonna be a lot of people there, but it's so much fun. Do not miss out. Happening on Friday and Saturday. Also on Friday, June 16th, we have the 2017 Utah Archaeology Convention. This is happening both Friday and Saturday as well. Happens at the Uinta Conference Center. And it's not just archaeology. They're going to have a rock art tour and Dutch oven dinner. If you want to learn more about it, you can visit utaharchaeology.org to register. Moving over to Saturday now, June 17th, the Open Horse Show, which I know absolutely nothing about, but if you're into horses and you have horses, you probably know exactly what this is about. It's happening at Western Park Arena starting at 9 a.m. Also on Saturday, there's an open house at Josie's Cabin. You may know where Josie's Cabin is, Dinosaur National Monument. If you go there on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., there's going to have scavenger hunts and stories and games, a ranger-led hike. It's such a beautiful area right up against that mountain range where we get the whole dinosaur theme for where we live. The bones are there, and so is Josie's Cabin. Okay, finally on Saturday, the Raptors of Utah program is happening. You get to meet a real-life falconer and her real-life falcon. It's happening at the Mustang Campground Amphitheater. If you don't know where that is, don't worry. You just head to Flaming Gorge. You go to Dutch John, head 3 miles north. After that, I don't know what to tell you. You're going to have to rewind it and listen again. Also, we're moving on now to Sunday. We don't usually have things happening on Sunday, but this coming Sunday, a really big thing is happening. It's the Dinosaur 2017 Open. It's actually a hang gliding and paragliding national competition. Look at how beautiful this is. It's all about flying really far, catching big air. There's 50 people. These crazy people, they launch themselves off of Blue Mountain and see how far they can go. You can watch them. Maybe if you're really good, you can participate. Visit dinosaur17.com, the number 17, for more information. Okay, that was just this weekend. We got all next week to talk about still. Let's get into it, starting with Monday, June 19th, Singing in the Rain. Outlaw Trail Theater. This is their summer musical. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this. Performances start at 8 p.m. nightly until July 1st. The only nights they won't be having performances are Wednesdays and Sundays. Get your tickets at verdini.com. Is that up here anywhere? It's not. It's VRDINI.com, or you can go to Outlaw Trail Theater, just Google that stuff. It'll take you right there. They're going to have like rainfall happening on stage. I'm so excited. They've been working so hard for this. Now on Wednesday, June 21st, it's Showtime on the Showboat from Outlaw Trail Theater. They're doing a brand new thing where they do a traditional musical during the week, but on Wednesdays, they pluck that out and they put a melodrama in. I've seen this. They were doing it during the Uintah County Fair. We just had Uintah County Fair, so great. So Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., they're going to be doing Showtime on the Showboat instead of Singing in the Rain. It is hilarious. If you like melodramas, well, if you just like comedy, it's really cute. They put a lot of energy and fun into it. Get your tickets for that also at verdini.com. On to Thursday now, June 22nd. It's the Strata annual meeting at the Roosevelt Junior High. Really cool meeting. Happens once a year because if you're a Strata member or you're a Strata customer, it's free barbecue. And they got a door prize. And I know what the door prize is, and I'm not allowed to tell you, but it's worth going for. Barbecue starts at 4:30. Last event for this week is on Saturday, June 24th. It's Mighton Days. Join the city celebration with a 5 or 10K walk or run. You're going to have vendors and entertainment and games and fun for everyone. Go to mightoncity.com for more information. Okay, let's get into the weekend's weather, because last week we had all of that wind come in and the temperatures went like out of nowhere. It was snowing in the mountains again. Not so much this week. Check out here. We've got our highs. What are our highs? Up to 90 degrees here. We do have still a little bit of wind left over from this past week, but our lows are going to be in the upper 50s instead of the lower 40s. Those lower 40s felt like it was freezing. It wasn't, but it still felt cold. Not anymore. We're back into regular summertime, right? And next week looks even better. If we look into next week's graphics, you're going to see, I haven't actually looked at these yet, look how warm it gets by the middle of the week. Wednesday, we're talking about 97 degrees, and your lows now are in the 60s instead of the 50s. It's finally summer, right? It's going to be great for all of those activities. Great for Paddle Fest happening, great for people flying on their paragliders and their hang gliders and stuff. It's beautiful. It's summertime in the Uintah Basin, which is the best time of the year, no matter what they say about winter, because we all love winter here too. Just so much going on, right? Let's look ahead at some of those other things that you can see and get your family out to in this beautiful summer here in the Uintah Basin. July 4th, of course, Independence Day. There's going to be lots of fireworks. There's going to be parades. There's all kinds of stuff going on. But there's also the Red Mud Run at Roosevelt Constitution Park. Don't miss that. Really, really messy and a whole lot of fun. And it's going to be hot, so it's going to be fun to jump into all that muddy wetness. On July 5th, we got the Country Showdown. It's the basin's largest talent show at Vernal's Western Park. I'll give you more on that next week. July 6th, 7th, and 8th, probably the single biggest event that happens in the Uintah Basin is the Dinosaur Roundup Rodeo at Outdoor Arena at Vernal's Western Park. VTV will be there. You'll be there. I'll be there. We'll shake hands, high five. We'll see some famous cowboys. We'll high five them too. And then there's the health fair, July 15th at the Uintah County Library. That's going to be exciting too. Those are the events we have for this weekend's community calendar, and this week's community calendar, I should say. If you have an event coming up, please let us know. We want to put as much in here as we can, and we want people to go see what you've got going on. So call us at 435-781-1902 or leave us a little comment right below on social media. Thank you for watching. Like VTV6 on Facebook. We will see you here next time